Everyone, welcome to the class. And we were discussing the concept of speed mathematics. So the speed mathematics is gradually is more important nowadays in the era where we need to solve 1 minute one questions. So there are certain techniques of speed mathematics which are very relevant when you try to solve the problem on surds and indices. So for example, like if I give you this problem, like if I ask you what is the value of, if I ask you what is the value of root 6 plus root 6 plus root 6 plus root 6 like this till infinity. So if I ask you what is the value of this, so probably you have done questions like this when we were in schools in chapters like quadratic equation. So we learned this chapter called quadratic equation, and basically in the chapter of quadratic equation we learned how to solve these kind of question. So that I hope you remember. So what we learned that you can make this is equal to x. So if you can make this is equal to x, then root 6 plus root 6 root under root 6 plus under root 6 plus under root 6 till infinity. And if I'm asking you what is the value of x, now you can write the same equation. Now you can write the same equation as root of 6 plus x equal to x. Is this clear, everyone? So you can write the same equation like this way. Is this clear, everyone? Okay, so now once you're clear with this part, now if I do squaring both side, if I do squaring both side, so if I do squaring both sides, so I can say 6 plus x equal to x square. So if I do squaring both side, I can say 6 plus x equal to x square. So I can say x square minus x minus 6 equal to 0, then I know how to solve the quadratic equation. So I can solve the quadratic equation as x square minus 3x plus 2x minus 6 equal to 0. Then I can take common here. If I take common here, if I take x common, this is x into x minus 3 plus 2 into x minus 3 plus 2 into x minus 3 equal to 0. So you know how to solve a quadratic equation. So you'll get x plus 2 into x minus 3 equal to 0. So you will get this equal to 0. So the value of x you'll get is 3 and minus 2. So this way, if you solve the question, you'll get the answer that x equal to 3. So this was the way what we learned in our school. So I remember like there's a book called Sakuntala Devi. So if in from that book, these kind of questions were there, and we used to solve this question by using quadratic equation. So I believe you have seen these kind of questions either in some competitive exam or NTSC or Olympiad or anything like that in quadratic equation. If you have done in your past, definitely you have seen this kind of question. Correct, right, everyone? So you can do like this way step by step, and you will get the answer as 3, x equal to 3. Everyone understood this? Okay, so this is the one way, this is the traditional way of getting the answer. What is the non-traditional way? How you can solve this question very fast? If you notice, whenever you see this kind of pattern, if you see this kind of pattern based question like this, if you have like this kind of question, you have to solve this. All your question is like this. You have to solve this. You have to solve this. You have to solve this. Okay, and you have to solve this equation either with plus sign, either with minus sign. If you observe, if this n can be divisible into two part, where you can write this n is as a into a plus 1, if this is possible, like you can write 6 as 2 into 3, 2 into 2 plus 1. So if this is possible, if this is possible, in case if you see the number like this, and if you see if this is possible that you can write your n as a into a plus 1, then if there's a plus sign, then your answer is a plus 1, and if there's a minus sign, then your answer is a. Simple. So tomorrow, if you get this question, you don't have to waste your time solving it by through quadratic equation. It will be very easy if you can break 6s 2 into 3, and because this is root 6 plus root 6 plus root 6 plus root 6 like till infinity, so the answer is 3. Otherwise, if I had asked you root 6 minus root 6, it's the same question. If I had asked root 6 minus root 6 minus root 6 minus root 6 like this till infinity, then the answer for this would be 2. Clear, everyone? So either you can solve it through quadratic equation, or if you see this, if something like this is possible, then you can do it very easily. So if I ask you what is root 20 minus root 20 minus root 20 minus root 20 like this till infinity, what is your answer? What is the answer for this? You can write 20 as 4 into 5, and here minus sign is there. So what is the answer for this? 4. Clear? So either you can solve it by making a quadratic equation, you can solve it by making quadratic equation, okay, or you can simply do it like this way. Why to solve by quadratic equation and all? Why to waste time doing all that? So even if you can save 1 minute also, that would be a big thing for us. So if some kind of technique like this is there, so why not we solve like that way? Otherwise, we have always a quadratic equation way to get the answer. Here, everyone. So the value here, because minus sign is there, so the value of this will be 4. If I would have asked you a root 20 plus root 20 plus root 20 till infinity, then your answer would have been plus 5. I hope everyone is understanding. Okay. So going further, if I ask you like this, in case if this is, it cannot be breakable, like I gave you the cases, I gave you special case where possibly you can break the number in the form of a into a plus b. What about if you get a prime number, or any other case where this is not possible, like root 5 plus root 5 plus root 5 plus root 5 like this till infinity. Okay, so if I'm asking you how will you solve this? So again, like you don't have to follow the shortcuts. What I'm telling you, you always need to understand. There's a traditional method is there. What we have learned in schooling. So we can make this is equal to x. So if I make this 1 minute. So if I make this equal to x, if I make this as equal to x, if I make this as equal to x, it become root of 5 plus x equal to x. So become x square minus x minus 5 equal to 0. Then how to solve this? So once you get this, how to solve this? Now you know that you cannot get a rational roots. Your roots are irrational. So I believe everyone knows how to solve a quadratic equation. So the formula quadratic equation is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c, where you can find the roots by the formula called minus b plus minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. I think everyone knows how to solve a quadratic equation. So now here you cannot break the middle term. So if you multiply two number, you can't get 5 because 5 is a prime number. So here, how to find the value of x? To find the value of x, I have to use this formula, this new traditional way. So the x here is minus b. What is b? A here is 1, b here is minus 1, and c here is minus 5. So minus b means 1 plus minus root of b square. Minus 1 square is 1, minus 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 plus minus 4 into minus 5 into 1 divided by 2a. So ultimately, if you solve this, your x value is 1 plus minus, this is 20, no, plus 20, root 21 by 2. This is your answer. This is your answer. You got this answer because inside the square root it was a 5, and 5 is a prime number. So this is the traditional way to get the answer. What is the shortcut formula for this kind of question? If you understand, shortcuts are basically derived from the actual mathematical logic only. So what is the shortcut formula for this? The shortcut formula for this is root of 4a plus 1, root of 4a plus 1 plus minus 1 by 2. This is the value. This is like, what is a? A is like what is given inside. This is a. That is a. So this is the direct formula shortcuts. If you understand, this formula is actually derived from this formula only. If you can understand, this formula is actually derived from this. I can impress by saying this formula, but how this formula came, it actually I have derived it from here only. So plus 1, you use plus sign when inside everywhere is plus plus plus. You use minus sign when inside there is a minus sign. I hope you're getting this. So if I'm asking you, what is the value of root 5 plus root 5 plus root 5 plus root 5 like this till infinity. So what is the formula? The formula is root of 4a plus 1 plus minus 1 by 2. This is the formula when you cannot break the middle terms, or neither that number can be written in the form of a into a plus 1. So then this is the formula. So here what is a? A is the value. Like the value can be prime number, anything. So here you can write this 4, and here you use plus sign when inside everywhere is plus. You use minus sign when inside everywhere is minus. Okay, plus minus minus plus also I'll tell you. So here everywhere is plus, so you use plus sign. So 4 into 5 plus 1 by 2. So this is root 21 plus 1 by 2. This is answer. If you want direct answer. I hope you people are understanding. So this is a shortcut. Uh, So otherwise, if I ask you like this, root of 7 minus root of 7 minus root of 7 minus root of 7 minus root of 7 like this till infinity. So again, you can use the formula, same formula. So again, you can use the same formula, that is root of 4a plus 1 plus minus 1. So here minus sign is there. I use minus 1 by 2. What is 4? 4 is something with a. What is a? A is what is there under the number. So 4 into 7 plus 1. Here it is minus 1 by 2. So 7 4s are 28. 28 plus 1 is 29. So root of 29 minus 1 by 2. This is your answer. Or you can solve it by traditional method by using quadratic equation. You will get this answer only. So anyway, if you can remember this formula, well and good. If you can't remember also, you can do by the usual quadratic equation logic. You will get the same answer. Anyone, any doubt? Okay. Now, what happens if you get plus and minus sign? What happens if you get plus and minus sign all together, like root 7 plus root 7 plus root 7 plus root 7 minus, then again root 7 plus, then again root 7 minus, then again root 7 plus, like this till infinity. Now, how will we get the answer? Now, if you see this, if you make this equal to x, so you know the pattern. What is the pattern? So you know the pattern. So the pattern is like under root, then you have 7 plus, then you have 7 minus, and again the same pattern repeat. Then this is equal to x. So this is equal to x. So if this is equal to x, so what I can do, if I square both sides, I'll get 7 plus root 7 minus x equal to x square. I can write x square, then I can write x square minus 7. I can write x square minus 7 is equal to root of 7 minus x. Then if I do squaring both sides, I think everyone knows a minus b whole square. So you get 7 minus x. You will get x to the power 4. So you will get what is a minus b whole square. So a minus b whole square is a square. A minus b whole square is a square plus b square, a square plus b square minus 2ab minus 2ab is equal to 7 minus x is equal to 7 minus x. So if you solve this, this is x to the power 4 minus 14 x square. Okay, x to the power 4 minus 14 x square. Okay, then and then plus x. Okay, x to the power 4 minus 14 x square plus x plus 49 minus 7. So this is equal to 0. Now if you solve this, I don't know how many of you are aware about how to solve a polynomial equation. So if you solve this, how to solve this kind of equation, if you know the basics on mathematics, there's only one way to solve this kind of question, use trial and error method. So if you use trial error method, you put x equal to 1, see if LHS become equal to RHS, then put x equal to minus 1, see if LHS become equal to RHS, like that. First you try plus 1, then minus 1, then plus 2, then minus 2, then plus 3. If you try if x equal to 3, if you try x equal to 3, so you'll get 3 to the power 4 minus 14 into 3 square plus 3 plus 42 equal to 0. 3 to the power 4 is 81 minus 14 into 9 plus 45 equal to 0. 81 plus 45, 81 plus 45 is 81 plus 45 is 126 and 49 is also 126. So equal to 0 means x is equal to 3. So you got the answer. Now this is the one way. So this becomes so complicated to do this. So I'm not going into, you can do like this way. Otherwise the shortcut formula is there. What is the shortcut formula? Your shortcut formula is root of 4a minus 3 plus minus 1 by 2. This is your shortcut formula. Root of 4a minus 3 plus minus 1 by 2. So you're going to use a plus sign. Outside you see plus minus 1. So you use plus sign when you have plus minus plus minus. You use minus sign when you have minus plus minus plus. So here your a is 7. So if you do 4 into 7 minus 3, and because plus minus plus minus plus minus, we're going to use plus sign, divide by 2. So 7 fours are 28 minus 3 25. What is the square root of 25? Square root of 25 is 5. 5 plus 1 6. 5 plus 1 6 by 2. So your answer is 3. This is the one way of getting. This is the shortcut formula. So either you can solve by traditional method, like what we used to do when we were in school, or you can use this way. So you can do this in much more easier way. So again, you have to remember this formula, root of 4a minus 3 plus minus 1 by 2. If you can remember, then it will be well and good. So whole exercise will become very easy for all of us. If you can't remember, then probably I told you the traditional way, by using quadratic equation. Many people don't like remembering things, so they think that they can do by themselves. So here I told you the way you can get the answer if you want to do by yourself. Fine. And if you can't do by yourself, you need a shortcut. So this is the shortcut formula, root of 4a minus 3 plus minus 1 by 2. Anyone, any question? Anyone, any question? Okay. So imagine if I ask you, root 11 minus root 11 plus root 11 minus root 11. So you see plus minus sign. You see plus minus. So here earlier you got plus minus plus minus. Here it is minus plus minus plus. So here if you use the formula root of 4a minus 3 plus minus 1 by 2, because here minus plus minus plus is there. So the formula what you will use is root of 4a minus 3 minus 1 by 2. Here a is what? A is 11. 11 fours are 44. 44 minus 3, 41. So your answer is root 41 minus 1 by 2. This is your answer. So you can again solve it by using like the way we solve. You can solve it like that way. So you can write this equation in the form of, if you write this equation in the form of quadratic equation, so it becomes root of 11 minus root of 11 plus x equal to x. So you can solve it and you'll get the same answer. But again, it would be a little bit difficult this time because here the answers what you are going to get is are irrational. In this case, the value what you are solving, this was rational. So roots was rational, so for me it was easier. But here the roots is irrational. So now the journey will not be easier for me. Clear everyone? Anyone want to ask anything? Please ask me. Okay, great. So we'll continue. So now imagine if I ask you this, if I ask you what is root 8, then root 8, then root 8, then root 8, then root 8, like this till infinity. If I'm asking you what is the answer for this, so the answer for this is 8. If I'm asking you what is the answer for this, the answer for this will be 8 only. So always remember under root of a into 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 under root of a till infinity. The answer is a only. Why so, sir? Why this happens, sir? Very simple. So very simple. Why this? So it is very easy. 1 minute. Why is not getting reduced? 1 minute. I'll close it and again I will open it. Okay, so if I'm asking you root a under root a under root a under root a till infinity, your answer is a only. So the question arises why a? So for this you need to know GP. I hope everyone knows GP, right? You know geometric progression, GP geometric progression. When the number increases or decreases with common ratio, that is called GP. Whenever your number increases or decreases with a common ratio, that is called GP. I think everyone knows about GP. So like 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, those are numbers are called GP. So you should know what is GP. GP means when your number increases or decreases with common ratio. That is called GP. When your number increases or decreases with common difference, that is called AP, arithmetic progression. So in statistics also, in your first semester, you would have studied about GP, AP, HP, harmonic progression. So if you're not studied, no problem. I'm going to do it here again. So GP means when the number increases or decreases with common ratio, then the numbers are said to follow GP. So here you can see the first term is A and your nth term is AR to the power n minus 1. And you should know the formula sum of n terms in. Hello, sorry, is I'm audible? Can you see my screen? Okay, so you should know that when the number increases or decreases with common difference, we said that the number are said to follow GP, and the sum of n terms in GP is AR to the power n minus 1 by R minus 1. This is a formula of sum of n terms in GP, where ratio is more than 1. In case if you don't know this, I'll take a separate class on GP and I'll try to make you understand. But this logic how this came, that need to explain with GP. So you basics right now, just see this, and if your ratio is less than 1, then the sum formula is a into 1 minus r to the power n by 1 minus r. These are the formula where what is a? A is your first term. What is r? R is your common ratio. Like if you see what is the ratio here, if you see what is the ratio here the ratio is 2. You can see what is the ratio. Ratio is 2. The numbers are increasing by 2. Okay, so if now when you do when when your r is less than 1 and your n is goes to infinity, so then the sum of n terms, then your sum of n terms in GP, the formula is a by 1 minus r. This is the formula. So if your ratio is less than 1 and your n is less and your n goes to infinity, then your formula sum of n terms is a by 1 minus r. So the same thing I'm going to use here. So same thing I'm going to use here. So I hope you're understanding this. You can write a to the power 1 by 2 into a to the power 1 by 4. This is 1 square root. Under square root, there is one more square root. I hope you're getting this is a to the power 1 by 4 into this is a to the power under square root, one more square root, then one more square root. I hope you are getting this like this. So like this goes to infinity. Like this, this goes to infinity. A into 1 by 2 to the power infinity. So what here if you know that no, you know right, everyone knows this a to the power m into a to the power n is equal to a to the power m plus n. I hope everyone knows this. And 2 to the power 2 into 2 to the power 3 is 2 to the power 5. So you can, if you write this is 1 by 2, this is 1 by 2, this is 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 8. Like this, it goes to infinity. So if you apply GP formula A by 1 minus R, so ultimately you will get A only. So ultimately you will get A only. So if you understand this, well and good. If you do not understand, also no problem. Please understand that if you get a question like this, under root 8, under root 8, under root 8, under root 8, like this till infinity, your answer is 8 only. This I want you to understand. For that, I gave you mathematical reason. Reason also, if you could not able to understand the reason, there is no problem. But you should remember this. You should know this. Is this part clear, everyone? Is this part clear, everyone? So reason if you do not understand, so no problem. But you should understand this part. Okay. Then going further, if I ask you like this, if I ask you root 8, then again root 8, again root 8, again root 8, again root 8. Now here it is not infinity. Here it is not infinity. If I'm asking you what is the answer, so answer is a to the power what? Count the root. How many roots are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count the root. How many roots are there? So 5 roots are there. How many roots are there? 5 roots are there. Okay. Then find 2 to the power 5. What is 2 to the power 5? 32. So your answer is a to the power 32 to the power 31. This is your answer. How this I'll explain you. 1 minute I'll be online. हिंदी का चैप्टर हाँ clear everyone. So why this? If you want really want why, we use GP. We use GP to explain this. So if you really want why, so this is first square root. So this is first square root. I can write this as 1 by 2. This is second square root. Then it is 1 by 2, 1 by 2. I hope everyone understands this one. 8 and then root 8. I hope everyone understands. This is under root of 8 into 8 to the power 1 by 2. I hope everyone understands this. Now this is like 8 to the power 1 plus 1 by 2. This is like of 8. This is 1 plus 1 by 2 is 3 by 2. And then this is 8 to the power 3 by 2 to the power 1 by 2. So it becomes 8 to the power 3 by 4. This is a one way to do this. The other way to do this is like root of 8, then under root of 8. You can write this as a to the power 1 by 2 into a to the power 1 by 4, because under square root there's one more square root. It becomes a to the power 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4. So here if you take LCM, 4 is the LCM. So you will get a to the power 3 by 4. Is this clear, everyone? So the same thing what you saw here, the same thing I'm going to use here, the same logic I'm going to use here, a to the power 2, a to the power 1 by 8, then a to the power 1 by 16, and a to the power 1 by 32. So this I can write as a to the power 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 8 plus 1 by 16 plus 1 by 32. Either you solve manual calculation by taking LCM. LCM is 32. So 32 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1. Like this you do, you will get the same answer, 8 to the power 31 by 32. Or this is the shortcut formula. Or they apply this shortcut formula. Remember this. So you can do this. Whatever way you like, you can do that. Clear, everyone? So now if I ask you this, if x to the power 4 plus 1 by x to the power 4 is 119, okay, so then find the value of, then find the value of x plus 1 by x. Do this. I'm giving you 5 minutes time. Everyone try to do this. कोई भी चैप्टर ना. Anyone got the answer? Now, in order to do these kind of question, you have to remember one thing. You have to remember that the expansion of x plus 1 by x. So if I talk about the expansion of x plus 1 by x whole square, so you will get x square plus 1 by x square plus 2ab, 2 into x into 1 by x. So x square, so x square, so x plus 1 by x whole square is x square plus 1 by x square plus 2. Is this part clear, everyone? So you can, so remember this. Okay. So here, if you see this, if it written x to the power 4 plus 1 by x to the power 4, keep this in your mind. If it written like this, x to the power 4 plus 1 by x to the power 4 is 119. Now, if you, 1 minute, be on it. हाँ guys, sorry, one placement director of one college called. So sorry for that inconvenience. So you know this. Now what I can do, guys, I can do plus 2 both the side. If I can do plus 2 both the side, if I hope you can understand, adding 2 both the side. If I add 2 on both sides, so if I add 2 on both side, if I add 2 on both the sides, then x to the power 4 plus 1 by x to the power 4 plus 2 is equal to 119 plus 2. Clear, everyone? if I add both to both the side, this part I think everyone is clear. So I can write x to the power 4 plus 1 by x to the power 4 plus 2 is equal to 121. Anyone, any doubt? Any doubt, anyone? What I'm doing? No. So what I did no, I just added plus 2. Sir, why you added plus 2, sir? Because what I want it is in this format. I hope you can understand. I want it is in this format. X to the power 4 plus 1 by x to the power 4 plus 2. So what will happen if I get in this format? Automatically I'll get x square plus 1 by x square whole square. I hope you are getting this. So that is a purpose of doing this. So I can write this as x square plus 1 by x square whole square is equal to 11 square. So 121 is 11 square. That's why in aptitude exam, whatever the number is given, it is given with some objective. So I can write this as x square. I write this as x square. I wrote this as x square plus 1 by x square is equal to 11. So you'll say, okay, sir, then what, sir? So again, we'll do the same way. If I add to both the side, if I add to both the side, I can say x square plus 1 by x square plus 2 is equal to 11 plus 2. So I can say that x plus, I can say that x plus 1 by x whole square is equal to 13. I hope you're understanding. Then I can say x plus 1 by x is equal to root 13. That is your answer. Any doubt, anyone? Remember this is very important. One of the favorite question of SSC exam. Okay, one of the favorite question of RBI, UPSC, CSET. I hope you have heard of CSET. So civil service. So every exam, one of the favorite questions. So whatever I'm doing today, it's very important. You open any year UPSC exam question paper, any placement paper, Infosys, TCS, you'll definitely will get one question from what I'm gonna do today for you. So it's like something which is very important. Something algebra. What I am doing actually is algebra. So basics on algebra we are trying to solve by using first by using speed mathematics technique and then by using the traditional way, so which you are expected to be aware about. Clear, everyone? Everyone? I hope you people are liking the class. Okay. Any doubt? Tanay, Bhuvneshwari, any doubt? Sakuntala, anything you want to ask? Devraj, Rajesh, Jyotika, Tashi Thomas. Sorry if I could not able to spell your name properly. Anyone, any doubt? I can see these people name only now. Anyone, any question? Abhishek, Ashna. Anyone want to ask anything? Jyoti, anything? Lokesh? Okay. Okay, fine. So if you have any doubt, feel free to ask your doubts. Okay, so as whatever questions you have, please feel to ask. I'll be very happy. So this logics and all, I hope you are getting that. So going further, one of the concept in algebra, which is something which is very common and which comes in exam, that always remember that if x plus 1 by x, what is that? Always remember if x plus 1 by x is equal to root 3. So if x plus 1 by x is equal to root 3, okay, then always remember, then x to the power 6, x to the power 6 plus 1 is equal to 0. Please remember, very important concept for exam point of view. If x plus 1 by x is root 3, if x plus 1 by x is root 3, then x to the power 6 plus 1 is equal to 0. So this you have to remember. Okay, now you will ask me question, sir, how this is possible, sir? Okay, sir, we can remember, but tell me the logic how this has happened. So please understand this part, that if I'm saying that x plus 1 by x is equal to root 3, or I can ask you question. Question can be like this, that x plus 1 by x whole square, uh, whole is this was root 3, is equal to 3, is equal to 3. So if anything is given, then you understand this part, that you understand this part, that that x plus 1 by x, then it is equal to root 3. Okay, so then sir, so take cube both side. What you do, take cube both side, on both side, take cubes on both side. So if you take cube on both side, so if you take cube on both side, then x plus 1 by x whole cube is equal to root 3 cube. So if you take cube both sides, so I can say x plus 1 by x whole cube is equal to root 3 cube. So then if I take cube both the sides, I believe everyone knows what is a plus b whole cube. I think everyone knows what is a plus b whole cube. So what is a plus b whole cube? So a plus b whole cube is a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b. So the same thing I am using here. So x plus 1 by x whole cube is x cube plus 1 by x cube plus 3ab, 3 into x into 1 by x into x plus 1 by x. I can write this as x plus 1 by x whole cube is equal to x cube plus 1 by x cube plus 3, x and 1 by x get cancelled, into x plus 1 by x. So this you'll get. So here I can write x plus 1 by x whole cube. So you can write this as x cube plus 1 by x cube plus 3 into x plus 1 by x is equal to the root 3 whole cube is what? That is 3 root 3. Okay, everyone. So then I can write this as x cube plus 1 by x cube plus 3 x into x plus 1 by x was how much? What is x plus 1 by x? So your x plus 1 by x was root 3. So you can write here root 3. It is equal to root 3. It means what? It means x cube. It means x cube plus 1 by x cube is equal to 0. Means it means x to the power 6. It means x to the power 6 plus 1 by x cube is equal to 0. It means x to the power 6 plus 1 equal to 0. I hope everyone understood this. So this you can keep in your mind. So when you are solving any exam question, and if you see that x plus 1 by x is given root 3, or x plus 1 by x whole square is 3, remember then this scenario, that x to the power 6 plus 1 will be equal to 0. Clear, everyone? Okay, so if I ask you the application of this, so if I ask you the application of this can be the application of this scenario. It is like this. If I ask you this, if x plus 1 by x is root 3, then if x plus 1 by x is root 3, then find the value of x to the power 6 plus 1 by x to the power 6 plus 2 plus 2. Then find the value of x to the power 6 plus 1 by x to the power 6 plus 2. So if now you know already this part. I have explained you that part, that you know that if you solve this, you know that I explained you that x to the power 3 plus 1 by x to the power 3 plus 3 root 3 is equal to 3 root 3 in this case. So you know that x to the power 3 plus 1 by x to the power 3 was equal to 0. Okay, now you know this part. Now if I, what I can do, if I take cube, if I take cube both the side, if I take cube both the side, what I'll get? I'll get x to the power 6 plus 1 by x to the power 6 plus 3 plus 3 3 x to the power 6 3 into x to the power 3 into x to the power 3 plus 1 by x to the power 3, that is equal to 0. This anyway x to the power 3 plus 1 by x to the power 3 is 0 only. So anyway I'll get x to the power 6 plus 1 by x to the power 6 is equal to 0. This is equal to 0 only. So if this is equal to 0, if this is equal to 0, so you know that what is the answer for that? This, the answer for this will be 2 only. Clear everyone? So here what you can do. So here if you see this here, if you can analyze the scenario, the applications of this question can come in exam when you are trying to solve the question. You may get a question something like this, that if x plus 1 by x is equal to root 3, then find the value of, then find the value of find the value of x to the power 206 plus x to the power 200 plus x to the power 90 plus x to the power 84 plus x to the power 18 plus x to the power 18 plus x to the power 12 plus 1, something like this. If you, it's very simple. So you know that, so you know that if x plus 1 by x is equal to root 3, then you should know x to the power 6 plus 1 is equal to 0. You should know this. Then x to the power 6 plus 1 is equal to 0. So if it is equal to 0, so what you need to do here, if your number, whatever is your number, that doesn't matter, whatever is your number, whatever is your number, you can write this as x to the power 200. If you take common, you will get x to the power 6 plus 1. Okay, here if you take x to the power 200, you'll get x to the power 6 plus 1. Here if you take x to the power 84 common, you'll get x to the power 6 plus 1. And here if you get x to the power 12 common, you'll get x to the power 6 plus 1 plus 1. So this is 0 into anything is 0. This is 0. This is 0. So the answer is 1. So this is just an application. Whenever you get the question, you can solve it like that way. It would be easier for you if you can apply this logic, and questions will be very easy for you. Anyone, any doubt, any question you want to ask? Now, if I ask you this, if 81 to the power x is equal to 0.125 to the power y is equal to 18 to the power z. Okay. 18 to the power z. Okay, then this is important thing. Then find the relation between, find the relation between x, y, and z. Find the relation between x, y, and z. So this is very important hypothesis which you can keep in your mind while solving this question. So remember one thing, that when you are solving this, remember one thing: if a to the power x is equal to b to the power y is equal to c to the power z. Okay, and if a to the power x equal to b to the power y equal to c to the power z, and if c is equal to a into b, and if your c become equal to a into b, so then remember 1 by z will be equal to 1 by x plus 1 by y. This is the theorem of which you can remember. Why this? So we can explain this also. So why it is very easy to explain. So, but for the time being, you can remember this. If a to the power x is equal to b to the power y equal to c to the power z, and if c is equal to a into b, then 1 by z is equal to 1 by x plus 1 by y. So if you ask me reason why, if you ask me reason why, so if a to the power x is equal to b to the power y is equal to c to the power z, and let this is equal to k. So let this is equal to k, because they are anyway they are equal. A to the power x equal to b to the power y equal to c to the power z. They are equal. So let they are equal to k. So then I can write a to the power x is equal to k. Then I can write a to the power x equal to k. So I can write a is equal to, I can write a is equal to a to the power 1 by x. Similarly, b to the power y is equal to k. So b to the power y equal to k. So I can write b is equal to k to the power 1 by y. Similarly, c to the power z is equal to k. So I can write c is equal to k to the power 1 by z. Okay, everyone. So then if c is equal to a into b, so in place of c I can write 1 by z, a to the power 1 by z. In place of a I can write a to the power 1 by x. In place of b I write k to the power 1 by y. So then I can write k to the power 1 by z is equal to k to the power 1 by x plus 1 by y. So I can write 1 by z is equal to 1 by x plus 1 by y. This is what I was telling you. So you can understand this. Now we'll use this to solve this question. Now you'll ask me how we're going to use this in solving this question. How we're going to use this. It is very easy. It is very easy. 81 to the power x. 81 to the power x. Then I write 81 to the power x as 9 to the power 2x. You know 81, right? 81 is 9 square. So I can write 81 to the power x is equal to 9 to the power 2x. Okay. Similarly, 0.125 to the power y. 0.125 to the power y. I can write this 0.125. Yesterday I have taught you 0.125 is 1 by 8 of 1. I hope you understand. 0.125 is half of 0.25. 0.25 is 1/4 of 1. So 0.125 is 1/8, 1 by 8 of y. Or if you remember yesterday I taught you percentage. 1 by 8 is 12.5%. So this I can write as the power minus 3y. I think everyone understand this. So now it become very easy for us to understand. So now it become very easy for us to understand, because 81 to the power x is equal to 0.125 to the power y is equal to 18 to the power z. So this I can write as 9 to the power 2x. This is 2 to the power minus 3y, that is equal to 18 to the power z. So then you know the theorem, then 1 by z is equal to 1 by 2x plus 1 by minus 3y. You can solve z is equal to, you can solve, you get z value is equal to minus 6y divided by 2x minus 3y. Solve by using LCM, you'll get this answer. Clear everyone? any question you want to ask? I hope everyone is understanding. Now, next question if I ask you, arrange the following in ascending order. Look, so arrange the following in ascending order. So your data are cube root of 4, then 12th root of 25, and then 4th root of 5, and then 6th root of 2. Do this. Now see this how to do this kind of question. So what here when we have cube root of 4, cube root of 4 I can write as 4 to the power 1 by 3. Cube root of 4 I can write as 4 to the power 1 by 3. Okay. Then 12th root of 25 I can write as 25 to the power 1 by 12. And then 4th root of 5 I can write as 5 to the power 1 by 4. And then 6th root of 2 I can write as 2 to the power 1 by 6. I hope everyone is clear till here. Nobody have any doubt. If you notice in your mind, you can do the calculation. You can find the LCM of 3, 12, 4 and 6. So if you find the LCM of 3, 12, 4 and 6, the LCM of 3, 12, 4 and 6 is 12 only. I hope you are getting LCM of 3, 4, 6 and 12 is 12 only. So I can write this as this 1 by 3. Can I write 1 by 3 as 4 by 12? You will get 1 by 3 only. Okay. So that is a link in your mind. You can write 1 by 4. Can I write as 3 by 12? Same answer, 1 by 4 only you'll get. And 1 by 6, can I write 2 by 12? So see, the thing is that whenever you see numbers in power, you need to understand in order to analyze like which is bigger, which is smaller. If you want to analyze which is bigger, which is smaller, then either you have to make their base equal or either you have to make the power equal. Then when you can analyze which one is bigger, which one is smaller, because here the question is to determine that which one is bigger number, which one is smaller number, that the sequence we need to determine. And in order to determine that sequence, what I need to have to do, I either have to make the base equal or either have to make power equal. So base I cannot make here equal, so let's try to make the power equal. So 4 to the power 4 by 12 I can write as 4 to the power 4 1 by 12. This is 25 to the power 1 by 12. This I can write as 5 to the power 3 1 by 12. This I can write as 2 to the power 2 1 by 12. So this is 4 to the power 4 is what? 256, right? This is 256 to the power 1 by 12. 4 to the power 4, correct? No? 16 to the power 2, 256. This is 25 to the power 1 by 12. This is 125 to the power 1 by 12. And this is 4 to the power 1 by 12. So now, if either you can make the base equal or either you can make the power equal. Here I made the power equal. So the power is 1 by 12. Same in all the cases. Now it is very easy. Correct, no? Which is smallest? Which is the smallest? This is the smallest. Okay, so it is very easy now. Then this is second smallest. You know that this is second smallest. Then this is second largest. And then this is largest. Simple. I hope you get the logic. So you can write this as the smallest one is this, followed by this, and then you have this. So fourth root of 5, and then you have cube root of 4. I hope everyone understood this. This was your question that you have to arrange this in ascending order. So you had to arrange this in ascending order. So now, whenever you have to arrange them in ascending order, like whenever you have to compare two number and their powers are different, then what is the possibility? Either you make the base equal or either you make the power equal. So here making base equal is not possible for me. So what I thought, better try to make the power equal. So cube root of 4 I can write as 4 to the power 1 by 3. 12th root of 25 I can write 25 to the power 1 by 12. And 4th root of 5 I wrote as 5 to the power 1 by 4. And 6th root of 2 I wrote as 2 to the power 1 by 6. Okay, then if you understand 3, 12, 4 and 6, you can understand, you can take the LCM as 12. Okay, so you can write 1 by 3 as 4 by 12. So I don't think anybody will have a problem. Or other way, you can simply find the LCM. You can find the LCM. What is the LCM of 1 by 3, this is 1 by 12, this is 1 by 4, this is 1 by 6. So the LCM is 12. So this numerator here, this will be 4, here this will be 1, here this will be 3, here this will be 2. So what I did, I wrote 4 to the power 1 by 3 as 4 to the power 4 by 12. And then I took 4 to the power 4 common. So if I took inside, then I'll get 256 to the power 1 by 12. What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to make the power equal. I'm trying to make everyone power equal to 1 by 12. So that is what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to make everyone power to be 1 by 12. So like this second one, I did nothing. Third one, 5 to the power 1 by 4. I wrote 5 to the power 3 by 12. So then if I took 3 inside, then I'll get as 125 to the power 1 by 12. Similarly, 2 to the power 1 by 6, I wrote 2 to the power 2 by 12. And then this I wrote as 4 to the power 1 by 12. Now it's become very crystal and clear for me to determine which number is bigger, which number is smaller. Because all the numbers having power 1 by 12. Because all the number is having the power 1 by 12. So now I can easily compare which is smaller, which is bigger. The smallest one is 4 to the power 1 by 12, followed by 25 to the power 1 by 12, followed by 125 to the power 1 by 12, and then the last one is 256 to the power 1 by 2. I believe you understood this. So, so this is basically cube root of 4. This is basically 12th root of 25. This is basically 4th root of 5. This is basically 6th root of 2. And then I wrote them in ascending order. Clear everyone? Anyone have any doubt, please ask me. Okay, can I go ahead? Okay. Now guys, do this question. Three 343 comes in power of which number? 343, anyone? 343, if you see 7 to the power 3, I hope everyone knows this. 3 to the power, 7 to the power 3, 7 to the power 3 is 343, and 1024 is 2 to the power 10. 256 is 2 to the power 8 or 4 to the power 4, anything you can write, or 16 to the power 2. Anyone have doubt in question number 1? Should I do this question number 1? This is very easy. This is 7 to the power 3. This is 2 to the power. This is 2 to the power 10. This is 2 to the power 10. This is 2 to the power 3. This is 2 to the power 2. This is 16 to the power 2. So if you solve this cube root, this you will get 2 to the power 15. So if you solve this, you will get 7 by 2 to the power 5 means 32 into 16. You will get 7 by 2. Anyone, any doubt? Okay, do question number 2. You should get the answer 27. 81 you can write as 3 to the power 4. 729 you can write as 3 to the power 6. I hope everyone remember the power. 3 to the power 1 is 3, 3 to the power 2 is 9, 3 to the power 3 is 27, 3 to the power 4 is 81, 3 to the power 5 is 243, 3 to the power 6 is 729. Clear everyone? Second one, anyone have any doubt? What about others? Try this question number third. Third, everyone got the answer? Anyone having doubt on question number third? I'm still working also. Okay. I'll send you these questions whenever you have time. Try to solve and complete the question. I next class probably will have on Monday. Monday, ask me doubts. So all these questions you will have. So the question is like 14. Question is like 14 to the power n plus 4 plus 7 to the power n plus 3 to the power n plus 3, this whole divided by 13 into 14 to the power n plus 14 to the power n. So if you notice 7 and 2 both have the same power. So if they have same power, I can write this as, as 7 and 2 both are having the same power n plus 3. I can write that as a 14. Here if I take 14 to the power n common, so I'll get 13 plus 1. Get 13 plus 1. Now this I can write as 14 to the power n plus 4 plus 14 to the power n plus 3 divided by 14 into 14 to the power n. This much I think everyone understand. 13 plus 1 is 14. Now here I can take 14 to the power n plus 3 if I take common. So I'll get 14 to the power n 1, sorry, 14 to the power 1. So 14 to the power n plus 4 is nothing but 14 to the power n plus 3 into 14 to the power 1. So you know that a to the power b into a to the power c is a to the power b plus c, and then this is 1 divided by 14 into 14 to the power n. So this I can write as 15 into 14 to the power n plus 3 divided by 14 into 14 to the power n. So now I can write this as 15 14 to the power n plus 3. I can write as 14 to the power n into 14 to the power 3 divided by 14 into 14 to the power n. So what I can do now, 14 to the power n, 14 to the power n, I get cancelled. This is 14 to the power 3, 14 I can cancel. So what I'll get, 15 into 14 square. So 14 square is 196. 196 into 15 I can do. Vedic maths, any number, like if I want to do 196 fives are, so the best way of doing 196 fives are is 1960 by 2. So you'll get 980. 980 and then again 196. So if you solve this, you will get is 2940 as the answer. So we always remember any number, if you have to multiply by 5, any number you have to multiply by 5, multiply with 10 divided by 2. Any number you have to multiply with 25, multiply with by 100 and divide it by 4. Any number you want to multiply by 125, multiply by 1000, divide by 8. Any number if you want to multiply by 625, then multiply by 10,000, divide by 60. Here you wanted this value, so the answer is 2940. Clear everyone? Now try the question number 4. To do this question, you should know 7 to the power 1 is 7, 7 to the power 2 is 49, 7 to the power 3 is 343, 7 to the power 4 is 2401, 9 to the power 1 is 9, 9 to the power 2 is 81, 9 to the power 3 is 729, 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 9 to the power 4 is 6561, 9 6561 is the square of 81. Done, na? Okay, very good. You can understand this 9 to the 9 by 7 to the power. If you understand, this is 5x minus 3 to the power 2. This is 6561 divided by 2401. This you can write as 9 by 7 to the power 4. So then you can write 2. Then you can write 2 to the power. You can write this as 2 into 5x minus 3 is equal to 4. So means 5x minus 3 is equal to 2. Means x equal to 1. Simple. And everyone understand this. A to the power x into 2. This is nothing but a to the power 2x. Right. Now this is easy question. This is very easy question. If you see the square root of 5, sorry, square root of 9, square root of 9 is 3. So square root of 9 is 3. So 19 minus 3 is 16. So square root of 16 is 4. 21 plus 4 is 25. The square root of 25 is 5. So you will get under root of 36. So the answer is 6. Anyone, any doubt? Question number 4, simply substitute y equal to 5. Do this question number 6. 6 or 7? 6 you did 7. 84 you can write as, if you find the factors of 84, 84 is 2 into 42. 42 is 6 sevens are. 6 is 2 threes are. So 2 square into 3 into 7. 12, 2 square, 84 you can write as 2 square into 3 into 7. You can solve this, bring square both sides. If you do squaring both sides, you'll get 18 into 14 into n is equal to 84 square. So then you can find the value of n. Simple calculation. 18 you can write as 3 square into 2. 14 you can write as 3 into 7. And 84 you can write as 2 square into 3 into 7 whole square. This is what? 2 into 3 square, and this is 14 is 2 into 7. You can solve this, you'll get the answer. Clear, everyone? Do 7, 8. 14 by 13 you can write as 1 plus 1 by 13. When you do squaring both sides, it become 196 by 169. If you do this, become 1 plus n by 169 is equal to 196 by 169. Bring minus 1 this side. If you minus your n is basically 196 minus 169. That is your answer. Clear? Anyone doubt? No. Solve this question. So this question, if I try to do, I have to find the square root of, find the square root of, find the square root of, so 0.75 whole cube divided by 1 minus 0.75. Okay. Then 0.75 plus 0.75 square plus 1. So this 0.75, I know 0.75 is equal to 3 by 4. I know 0.25 is 1 by 4. Okay. This I can write 0.75, I can write as 3 by 4. 0.75 I can write as 3 by 4 whole cube divided by 0.25. 0.75 is 3 by 4 plus 3 by 4 whole square plus 1. So 1.25 is I can write as 1 by 4. 3 by 4 whole cube is 27 by 64. This is 1 by 4. Okay, this is 1 by 4. 1. So this is 1 by 4. This is 3 by 4 plus this is 9 by 16 plus 1. So I can solve this. I can write this as 27 by 16. Okay, this if I take LCM, 16 I can take LCM, then 12 plus 9 plus 16. 27 by 16. 12 plus 9, 21 plus 16, 37 by 16. Hello. 12 plus 9, 21. Hello. Plus 16. Hello. Hello. So 37, no? 37, correct. So 16 plus 9, 25. 25 plus 12, 37. So 27 and 37. 37 a prime number? How can I do this? 1 minute. So 0.75. This is 3 by 4 plus 3 by 4 whole square plus 1. So this is 3 by 4 plus 9 by 16 plus 1. So, so this, if I take LCM 16, I'll get 16. If I take 4 threes are, no? 4 threes are 12. 16, 4 fours are, so 16 divided by 4 is 4 threes are 12 plus 9 plus 16. Okay, so 12 plus 9 is 21. 21 plus 16 is 37. What is 27 into 37? 27 to 37, this crosses or multiply. This is 6, this is 14 plus 21, means 35, then 49. This is 999. Square root of 999 by 16 square. Anywhere, did you find any calculation mistake, anything? 3 cube is 27, 3 cube is 27, 4 cube is 64, and 0.25 is 1 by 4. Then this is 3 by 4 plus 9 by 16 plus 1. One just I'll just check. This is 0.75 square is 5625, no? And then 75 and then 1. So if you add them, you get 5, you'll get 2. This is 11, 13, 2.3125. What is the square root of 2. This is 2.3125. Okay, what is the square root of 2.3125? So what is the square root of 2.3125? You know, yesterday I taught you. So like how to find the square root of a number. You can use the same thing to find the square root of any number. So you can use the same thing to find the 23125. This is not a perfect square. Find the square root, then guys you answer. Then in that case, if you want the square root of this, if you want the square root of 999 by 16 square, you'll get under root of 999 by 4. You can write 999 approximately as 1000, no? You can write 999 as 1000 by 4. So you can get 10 root 10 by 4. 5 by 2 root 10. That is your answer. Because 999 is not a perfect square. No? Correct, right? 999 is not a perfect square. All are understanding what I'm doing. So 0.3 by 4, 0.753 by 4, 9 by 16 plus 1. So we take LCM 16, 4 4s are 12 plus 9 plus 16. 16 plus 12 is 28. No? 28, 16 plus 28 plus 9 is 37. 27 into 37 by 16 into 16. You have to find the square root of that. So you have to find the square root of 999 by 16 square. So the square root, so your answer, this is your answer, 5 by 2 root 10. Clear everyone? Anyone have any doubt? So root like 999 I simply wrote as approx 2000, something like that. Somewhere approx value. Maybe I did some calculation mistake while writing the question. Otherwise, you should not get the answer like this. Anyway, anyone, any doubt? So I'll forward you this document, this Word document. Here you have a lot of questions on indices. If you are interested, you can solve these questions. Tomorrow, ask me your doubts if you have any doubt. Okay, so are you people really interested? Then I'll send you these kind of questions. You can solve this. These are like very interesting questions are there. You can see these are very interesting questions. You try solving them and ask me your doubts tomorrow. Fine, everyone. Can we wind up the class then?